Alright, ladies and gentlemen, everybody has been coming into the stream and asking me to give my thoughts on NBA 2k26 and what we know so far. So, I decided to wait until we had some actual things to do and say about NBA 2k26 before I really talked about it. Today is that day, and we are going to look at everything they have going on. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the gameplay courtside report. Not going to look at the video. What we are going to do is we're going to read it, okay? So they're talking about smoother animations. Pro play is back. Whether you like that or you don't, pro play is back. And we all know, since pro play has come in, maybe different animations have been in the game that a lot of people don't really love. But I think that this system has really good potential to be great, okay? So it says, using actual NBA footage, we're able to directly translate your favorite NBA star's signature moves and distinct movements to create thousands of realistic animation. Experience immersive gameplay that looks smoother, feels faster. I really like that. I did see in the courtside interview thing that Stacks and Evan do that the game does look a lot faster. So for me, as an ISO guard, being able to manipulate people moving laterally and moving horizontally, it seems like it's going to be better, right? Because I can stop on a dime and they're still moving because they can't stop as quick as I can, right? So because they don't know it's coming. And if the gameplay is faster, that means more times that I'm going to make people look silly, which I personally love. All right, so let's see. Pro Play Motion Engine. All new dynamic motion in 2K26 generated from real world footage. Okay, you see that's Cooper Flag dunking. Gosh, that looks photorealistic, doesn't it? Until he like turns his body all the way and you can really see his like the facial thing that he's got going on. It looks like actually somebody dunking a basketball. Like with his jersey, until you see the front of his jersey, it really looks real, dude. The crowd, I mean, even when he does, it still looks damn close to real. That's amazing. That's really good. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. Enhanced. Now, this is the part of this courtside report that scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? Watching so many of you discover and enhance rhythm shooting or embrace rhythm shooting mechanics to improve your shooting ability has been thrilling and rewarding. Seeing heightened competition has inspired us to push the envelope of rhythm shooting and bolster its strengths. Before I move on in this conversation, I gotta say one thing. And this is a caveat to this that you guys are gonna have to understand going into my discussion on rhythm shooting. Is that I can't do it. You see these hands? These hands don't rhythm shoot. Doesn't work for me. Okay, I can't, like the thumb thing does not, I can't pull it up and down that fast. It just doesn't, because I got like a couple past injuries to my thumb, and like when I move my thumb, it clicks. It's not good. Okay. So for that, you have to understand that my view of this is going to be a little bit skewed, because it's so much harder for me to do. Okay. The problem with rhythm shooting is that it allows people to do things that they shouldn't be able to do with the game. And I'm talking about the Zens, I'm talking about the scripts, I'm talking about all of that stuff. Because rhythm shooting is a thing, it also allows these people to play the game in a way that shouldn't be played. I'm talking about paddles as well. Because now you're talking about something completely different being the thing that lets you shoot. Right? It's much easier to shoot when you have paddles because you're not worried about the stick. Now, I know a lot, just buy the paddles, Glad. Bro, I don't want to spend $150 on a controller. And I know all of you did who played with paddles, and that's great for you, but $150 on a controller I'm only going to play one game with? I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Alright, so let's read it. In 2K26, rhythm shooting extends beyond mimicking each player's signature shooting animation to give you full control over every aspect of the shot. The shooting control method still relies on up-down flicking motion with the shot stick, but now your shot timing and tempo will actually manipulate the shooter's upper body and impact how the shot looks throughout the complete motion by reflecting how you move the shot stick. From the start, you'll see and feel the difference between early, late, and slow and fast releases. If you flick up early and rush your shot, you can do quick releases. If you flick up late and slowly, you'll see the effect of delayed pushing and lazier releases. This enhanced feature grants more freedom than ever before you to decide what type of shot you want to take. Counter a closeout from a defender by initiating a quick shot and intentionally rushing your shot and still knock it down by executing excellent rhythm shooting tempo. So what they're saying is that not only did rhythm shooting get better, but rhythm shooting essentially is not tied to matching both. You don't have to green both. You just have to green one now. You have to green the tempo. That's what it reads to me. And maybe I'm tripping for this, but that's what it reads to me. It sounds like it's saying you can shoot it fast, you can shoot it early or late, but if you're timing it correctly on the tempo, it's going to go. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe I'm wrong on this, and I would love to get a feel of it when I actually play the game, because I will try to do a few rhythm shots early so that we can determine how it works. Okay? Overall, players who take advantage of the rhythm shooting mechanic will experience more responsiveness and authentic jump shots that simulate a true shooting motion. I mean, I guess. Offense. Develop a robust post game with all new signature go-to post shots and become a lethal slasher with custom layups. Gameplay in 2K26 has been improved to be more well-rounded and suitable for all archetypes. See, this is something that I really want to have. Okay? I want to be able to slash in 2K. I want to be able to mimic how I think my player should play, which is kind of like a do-it-all offensive beast, right? I want to be able to slash. I want to be able to shoot. I want to be able to do post shots like, phase like Kobe and Michael used to do. All of that stuff should be in my bag. Okay? So, I mean, if you paid attention to all of my builds from the last few years, I've been trying to create this player that is a lot closer to the way Kobe played, like a slasher that can still shoot, than a lot of the things that it actually made me do, which has become more of a shooter that can dunk, because dunking was not very good last year. You could get taken out of dunk animations super easy. It just didn't feel like it was good enough to rely on that as a main mode of scoring, right? You had to really be able to shoot last year. So, we'll see. Green or miss, I like this. We don't need to talk about that much. We don't need to talk about the go-to post shots that much. Custom layups is interesting, though. In the past, your signature layup package determined all of your layup types, but in 2K26, you can mix and match layup styles to draw inspiration from signature packages from around the league. You can do Euros, you can do quick scoops, you can do rotators, floaters, you can do normal and reverse layups, you can do hop steps, you can do spins. So this is all different packages you can use. I don't hate this. I think I want to have different, because like the Steph Curry little flick that he does is great, but I don't want all of his layups, because some of his layups are buns, right? So I think you could mix and match stuff, like maybe take Ben Simmons' layup, but then take Kyrie's Euro, or, stuff like that. I think that would be kind of, what I'm talking about? That'd be kind of nice. Defense. Play freely and physically with NBA 2K26 using body ups and collisions to antagonize opponents. So, to me, this screams how I play defense. I like to be in your face. I always say all in that chest when I'm playing, right? I like to be all up in there and really kind of maneuver where I want the ball handler to go and not let him dictate where he wants to be. I always preach this to all the young people that are playing the game. If you want to be a good defender, both in real life and in 2K, you got to get up in here, because the more freedom you give a ball handler to be able to do what they want to do, the harder it's going to be for you to stop them, right? Because now they're able to execute what they want to do. And now you're pretty much looking at them like, well, I'm going to try to get there. But you might not be able to. But if you stop them from getting there in the first place, well, now you're dictating the flow of the game, right? So that's what you want to do. Body ups and collisions. Let's look at this for a second. We might watch this one a little bit. See how his body is kind of stopping him right there? When he puts that shoulder, now you can't really move because you got Evan Mobley right there and you Paolo Banchero, and Evan Mobley's a lot stronger than you. So maybe it's going to help. All right, interior defense has been redesigned so that it's easier to get strong body bumps in the air when contesting finishes to the rim. Bigs will feel increasingly physical when roaming in the paint. So this sounds like everything I don't want as a slasher. It sounds like bigs are going to be able to take me out of animations even more than last time. So, new rebound timing feedback. In 2k26, a green meter will flash beneath your player's feet, indicating a well-timed rebound attempt. The ideal time to jump for a rebound is just before the ball makes the final bounce off the rim. The higher rebound animation ratings will make it easier to nail your timing. As a person who rebounds the ball, I know all of you guys kind of know that if you watch me play, I'm kind of an elite rebounder, right? I've always been that. My boy KP says it's in the blood. I've been rebounding in 2K from the start. Right out, the first thing I did was make a big, and I was an elite rebounder. I've been an elite rebounder the whole time. Never sucked at it, okay? This sounds like a bunch of hoo-ha to me. You're either going to rebound the ball, you either know it or you don't. I've heard a lot of people talking about, oh, this is an extra mechanic. Nah, it's pretty much always been there. You either jump when you're supposed to or you don't. Sometimes you'll make it if you don't jump when you're supposed to, but if you want that crisp, like, oh, I've got the ball and nobody else has a chance at it, you jump correctly, you're going to get that. If you jump early or late, you're not going to get that. You might still get the ball because you're in position, but you're not going to get it crisp, right? So that's the thing that they're talking about here. They're just showing you essentially when that perfect time to jump for the ball actually is. Okay? So, dictate every facet of the game with new revamped controls for more intuitive, deliberate, and free-flowing experience. Now, this is what I want as a ball handler, because I feel like I know when they're going to reach, and I need a mechanic that's going to get me out of the way, and this quick protect looks just like what they have in this game and what I wanted as a guard for so long. Now, if I know you're going to reach, I don't have to just stand there with the ball looking real stupid waiting for you to reach. I can hit this quick protect button, and then I can step away from you and either go toward the basket or get up a shot, because it looks like if you're looking at Luka right here, I'm gonna make this so that you guys can see the whole thing, right? If you're looking at Luka right here, when he goes to the side, I think I can shoot that. If I time it right, I think I can shoot that, and it'd be green. I really do. So if that's the case, oh boy, they done really did something with that. No dip catch and shoots, so you can be look how fast Curry got that ball up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be for real. Slow motion Euro steps, rat passes. This one I'm very interested in. I'm very interested in this one because of the inbound situation. The rat passes might actually be dope because I can actually fit the ball around a defender when he's up trying to press. I think that's going to be really good. Okay. Catching an alley-oop now requires more skill. This is something I don't like, because I know a lot of people that don't know how to catch lobs. I know how to catch lobs. I'm pretty sure I can do this. But there's a lot of people that I play with that aren't the best at 2K, and they don't know how to catch lobs fluently. I'm talking to you, Grinch. No, I'm just playing. You don't know how to throw. Anyway, so the lob thing, multiple different button presses, it's going to be interesting. They're randomizing on higher difficulties, which is pretty much every difficulty that I play is going to be on, All-Star or Hall of Fame. I think Park is All-Star. this year, and Hall of Fame is pretty much every other mode. It might be that Rec is the only one that's All-Star, I'm not sure. But anyway, something like that. One of them is going to be less than the others. If there's still Proving Grounds, it depends on how the perk is. But you'll probably find me in the Proving Grounds a lot because I want to get my rating up in that really quick so I can get the rep. Because I'm going to be trying for Legend this year. This is going to be my... we talked about this before, but it's potentially my last year as a content creator. And I want to go out like I came in, which is being a legend. Letting y'all know that Mr. Glass is that real deal. And I'm going to try really hard this year to be great at the game. Which is, to me, 75% win percentage, 60 plus from 3, dominant in both guard and big roles, and that's how I want to play this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be playing with people who come into the chat, all this other stuff. But me personally, I want to be playing great. I want to have my team that I go with when I'm trying to play lock in, competitive style stuff. I'm also gonna be trying to play 5s this year, which I've been trying to put together for a while. So this is going to be an important year. Anyway, let's get back to the courtside report. Setting screens. Screeners can now control which way you want to face. Thank you, 2K. Thank you. I just want you to understand that if you're playing an inside big, that's the biggest difference from 25 to 26 you're going to feel. That's it. Because now I can adjust. Now I don't have to sit there and try to reposition and try to go on the other side and try to do it. No. I can just reposition. My guard can say, no. Set the screen the other way. All right. Boom. Love it. Love it. That's great. Okay. That right there is going to make the game a lot different. And I think what they're trying to do is bring PNR back to the game, because a lot of last year was L2 cheesing, which apparently they've done a lot to take out, right? Offensive AI are now equipped with a new... Nobody cares about the AI. Help defense intelligence. Help defense can now dynamically adjust based on both off-ball defensive pressure you've assigned. Nobody cares. MyPLAYER freelance engine. When you're playing MyPLAYER, your AI teammates will now consider your position on the court even when you don't have the ball, which helps you determine the floor spacing. That's actually good if you're playing my career. So shout out to my boy Driving. That's a good idea. We like that. Improve double teams. So, are they going to double me in my career every time I get 20? Because that was annoying. I hope they don't do that. Navigating screens. AI defenders will have improved logic to choose best route. Okay, so they're going to play more like players and they're trying to get around the screen. That's cool. Expanded playbooks. AI difficult movements. AI shot timing ability. They can rhythm now. Oh, man. Okay. Learn 2K coming up next. Alright, so that is the first thing that we're going to do. This has actually been 18 minutes. I guess we can go to the courtside reports, and we're going to go to the builder. We're going to do both in one. The other stuff I really don't care about, so we're just going to do both in one video. Okay, MyPLAYER Builder offers more insights about your build with all new animation glossary, detailed scouting report, and more. So this part of it, and I need all of you guys to hear what I'm about to say on this. I know we're 18 minutes deep in this video, but a lot of you guys are kind of wanting my take on a lot of this stuff. If 2K gets this part right, meaning when I say I'm going to make an offensive slasher shooter, and the builder tells me that my player is an elite shooter, an elite rim runner, I think 2K would be so much better for that. And I also want, when I scout, like when I click that button to determine what my opponent can do, I want that game scouting report. I want everything it tells them in the builder to tell me when I click on that button to read what my opponent can do. Because then, that actually allows you to set up in your mind how you want to defend somebody. And if I can do that, that is a totally different ball game when it comes to playing competitively on 2K. If it tells me what they're, I know it's got that little circular meter thing that they use now, but it's trash compared to what it needs to be. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's not good compared to what it needs to be, because a lot of that stuff, it tells you what their attributes are. It doesn't tell you how they play. I want to know how they play. When I click on that thing, I want it to tell me this dude likes shooting on the left wing. So when he's on the left wing, I'm going to make sure he don't get up a shot. I'm going to be all in his chest. But when he's in the, on the right wing, I might lay back a little bit, because I know he don't shoot from there normally. I know he don't do that. So if he hits one, good for him. But at least I had the information that tells me, oh, he's not comfortable doing this. Because I can tell you from a person who plays a lot of competitive 2K, meaning like park, stage, all that stuff where it's player versus player. People don't like shooting in the corner if they're normally a wing shooter. If you're not a spot up, like if you're a guard, for instance, and you're used to having the ball in your hand, most guards don't love corner threes. Not standing ones. Fades they can hit. But the standing corner threes, they don't like that much, because the time is different. Right? So if I'm knowing already that you shoot 25% on the right corner, but you shoot 50% from the right wing, well, then I know different defense is going to be played when you're in the corner than in the wing. And I know this was super long-winded, but this is something I'm pretty passionate about when it comes to the information 2K is going to give me about the person I'm getting ready to play. If I get the correct information, I can go a long way into determining how I want to play them. And I think as a new player, somebody who's new to 2K, which I get a lot. I get a lot of new 2K players coming into my stream every year. I could teach them better like this, because then I can see what their guy does. And I can be like, okay, when he's in this area, press up on him. When he's in this area, don't. Help me with the boards, or help me with whatever. Right? You could play help defense if he's in the right corner. If he's in the left corner, stay on him. That would be so incredible. So incredible. So that's stuff that I would love for 2K to do for us. MyPLAYER Builder. Your NBA career starts with the MyPLAYER Builder. Create a player from scratch or lean on pre-made templates and complete your vision. 2K, I need y'all to listen to me. Before we go down here and look at this, I need y'all to listen to me. Let me get a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Please make the builder a little bit more restrictive than last year. Because having the ability to make a guard like I had, that had 25 rebounding and I could still out rebound most small forwards, or a guard that had 50 rebounding and I would get every board. We can't do that this year. If I got a 25 in a category, I shouldn't be able to do that. Okay? You should make people make all-around builds if that's what they want to do. Or else, because it makes them sacrifice. Like, I shouldn't be able to have a 99 3 build and then walk out of a park game with 5 rebounds. And I understand that, it's a skill thing, Vic. You just might be real good at rebounding. I understand that. But you need to prohibit me from being able to do that. And the reason is because the more you let people do multiple things on one build, even stuff that they shouldn't, the more people are going to abuse the build system. I've heard a lot of people talk about it's going to be demigods this year. If it's fair and everybody can make a demigod at every position, cool. But I don't know if we want the 6'7", 6'8" meta to come back, bro. Because that was dangerous for the game in 21. It was dangerous for the game in 21, bro. Because it was, you either knew what to make or you didn't, and you would suffer for it. That's how it was. Right? So, I don't know, man. Alright, so animation glossary. So they're really careful not to show us everything. They're really careful. Alright. So it starts off with 25s in every category. Now, we need to talk about something. I'm showing you guys all this stuff. I'm showing you guys all this stuff because I want to briefly go over it and not go over it at the same time. The body type thing, yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I hope this build isn't real. I hope this is a non-attainable build because I'm telling you right now, if this is an attainable build, it is way too strong. I don't know if you guys heard me. It's way too strong. Brother, 99 perimeter, 99 steal, 99 rebound, 94 dunk, 94 3, 96 midi, 99 free throw, 99 pass sack, 97 ball handle, 92 ball speed with ball. Like 96, 97 speed and agility, 99 vert. Like, we talking about way too much. We talking about way too much, y'all. If this is a build you can make, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be a hell of a year. If this is a realistic build in 2K26, this is going to be a hell of a year. I'm telling you that right now. We are going to see people being the greatest versions of NBA players that you've ever seen. Every MyPLAYER is going to be a Hall of Famer. Like, there's some players who just can't play 2K, but with this archetype of build, you should be able to do everything on the court, bruh. It is only you holding you back if you can make this. Body types, that's cool. You can make your body type because, like, you used to have to earn it from doing the drills. I'd rather just make my body type the way it's supposed to be. Two-way 3-point slasher, good build. Drive and dunk, 3, perimeter D. I like it. I like this. This is great. Strengths, weaknesses, rarely disrupts the ball with any purpose. So he's saying he can't steal it. Lack of passing vision, so he's saying he can't steal it, and he's saying that he can't pass the ball good. So we like it. Badge perks +2s, that's gonna be a big thing. You can boost something from gold to legend, which is crazy, which is gonna definitely impact the way I'm making my builds because I know I only need I only need gold, quick first step, or lightning launch, or whatever the badge is going to be called this year, in order to make it work. Doesn't look like there's, by the way, that's another thing, a lot of people are disappointed, but it doesn't look like there's any new badges. A lot of people are disappointed by that. I don't really care. Badges are always, they always do the same stuff, right? Deadeye's been Deadeye since Deadeye started, right? It's either a combination of a couple of things, or it's one thing and then they split it up into another thing. But they're always going to do the same things. Ever since you don't have to pick which badges you put on your player, I feel like they all do the same stuff. And I'm not tripping on that at all. Okay? So, Takeover Surge, Hot Start, Clutch Sheet. I think everybody's going to be running Takeover Surge, if I'm being honest. But all this stuff is good. All this stuff is good. All that stuff is good. Alright, so takeover progression. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as last year, except you can change your takeover ability, and you can change the attributes that are enhanced by the takeover. That's really cool. Okay? So, we want to make sure we understand that. That means your takeover ability is not locked with the attribute you don't want. So, if you want, say, the dunking takeover, you can make it have 3 ball and defense, probably, if you wanted it to. Like the attributes that it boosts along the way. I think that's really cool. I really do. So, I mean, to me, that's a good setup. I like that. Build specialization. New in NBA 2K26, build specialization quest lines allow you to enhance your player's potential in a specific skill area. For each save, you could pick one of 5 areas to specialize in. Finishing, shooting, defense, rebound, playmaking. Each area features 9 unique quests that test your abilities in that speciality. If you choose the shooting quest line, for example, your second quest will be to make 100 threes or middies. Easy. Your mastery will earn you a reward tailored to each skill area, including skill boosts, unique apparel, cosmetics, new archetype names, cap breakers for that skill area, and permanent max +1 and +2 badges. If you're smart, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put you on game right now. If you are smart, you will make your player specialize in something he's not good at. Because if you're saying to me that I can put the +2s, like let's say I make a build that doesn't have elite pass accuracy in playmaking. I can dribble, but my pass ac is low. Okay, it's not super low, but it's mid-70s. I want playmaking to be my archetype. If the archetypes do what I think they're going to do, that means that, let's say, you need to get 100 assists, and then you get cap breakers in that field. Let me put you on game. You make a 6'6 guard. Your 6'6 guard can't get Legend Lightning Launch. You put your playmaking as your desired speciality. Now, once you finish that quest line, regardless of what you do in the season and what you do with the +2s and all of that other stuff throughout the seasons in 2K, you're going to have that locked up. You don't need to put it in shooting because guess what? You're already a lethal shooter probably. You probably already put yourself with 99 3-ball. You don't need that. You don't need to put your cap breakers or your +2s in that area. You need it in the area that you're not as good at. So meaning if you want to be a slasher, but you main as a 3-point shooter, make it slashing. Because now you can put your +2 on dunk. You can put your cap breakers on your dunk. You can move your dunk up. Okay? So, I'm just going to put you on game with that and leave that the way it is. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? But, y'all can do something else. Y'all can do something else if you want. More impactful cap breakers. So, this is something that I think you guys are going to need to pay attention to. Okay? Oh, so they cap it. I see. See, I thought when I was watching the thing that they was talking about you could make anything have these things. But what they've done is they've essentially limited the 3-ball aspect of it, which is smart. You shouldn't be able to have a 3-ball that starts off at a 25 and you can push it to mid-70s. So I think that's what they're going to do. That's interesting. I like it. I like it, though. This section is interesting. Alright, remember cap breakers have a few restrictions to ensure a balanced gameplay. Cap breaker can be applied to each attribute a maximum of 5 times. You can use a cap breaker on an attribute up to its max potential rating allowed by your build's height, weight, wingspan, which is shown in the MyPLAYER builder. While allocating your attributes, you must progress an attribute to its max potential before applying a cap breaker. Cap breakers can be earned from build specialization quest lines, season rewards, and some other ways that we'll talk about that we can't talk about just yet. Rebirth system got better. The more you rebirth, the higher up your rebirth level goes up to legend, which means that your build is going to start with all of its badges maxed out. That's pretty cool. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's super long, but a lot of people asked me what my opinion on the game was. Hopefully I just gave it to y'all. Don't break nothing, man. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.